The terms Muslims and Yahudi Jews refer to two distinct religious groups with deep historical roots. Here's a detailed look at both groups. Muslims, religion, Islam. Islam is a monotheistic religion founded in the 7th century CE by the Prophet Muhammad in the Arabian Peninsula. Muslims believe that Muhammad is the final prophet and that the Quran is the last revealed scripture, superseding previous scriptures such as the Torah and the Bible. The core tenets of Islam are encapsulated in the 5 pillars of Islam: the declaration of faith, Shahada, prayer, Salah, fasting, Psalm, almsgiving, Zakat, and pilgrimage, Hajj. Holy Book, the Quran, which Muslims believe to be the literal word of Allah, God revealed to Prophet Muhammad. Key beliefs: belief in one God, Tawhid, belief in angels, belief in prophets, including those who came before Muhammad, such as Musa, Moses, Abraham, and Isa, Jesus. Belief in the Day of Judgment, when every individual will be judged for their actions. Demographics: As of the 21st century, there are over 1.8 billion Muslims worldwide, making Islam the second largest religion after Christianity. Muslim majority countries include Saudi Arabia, Indonesia, Pakistan, Turkey, Iran, Egypt, and many others. Yahudi Jews, religion, Judaism. Judaism is one of the oldest monotheistic religions, with a history that spans more than 3,000 years. It is based on the belief in one God, who made a covenant with the Israelites, their ancestors. Key texts: the Hebrew Bible Tanakh, which is divided into 3 parts: the Torah, the first 5 books, also known as the Pentateuch, the Nevi'im prophets, and the Ketuvim writings. The Talmud is another central text for Jews, consisting of rabbinical commentary on the Torah. Key beliefs: belief in one God, Yahweh, who is the creator and the ruler of the universe. A strong emphasis on ethics, law, and the observance of commandments, mitzvot, many of which are found in the Torah. The belief in the coming of the Messiah, though interpretations of this vary across different Jewish sects. A focus on community, family, and social justice. Branches: Orthodox Judaism, strict adherence to traditional Jewish laws and practices. Conservative Judaism, a middle ground between orthodoxy and reform, maintaining traditional practices but allowing for some modern adjustments. Reform Judaism, a more liberal interpretation of Jewish law, focusing on individual autonomy and the adaptation of tradition to modern life. Demographics: Jews make up about 0.2% of the global population, with approximately 15 to 16 million worldwide. The largest Jewish communities are in Israel and the United States, with smaller populations in Europe, Latin America, and other parts of the world. Historical connections between Muslims and Jews. Muslims and Jews share a rich and intertwined history, influenced by religious, political, and cultural factors. 1. Common ancestry. Both Muslims and Jews trace their ancestry back to the patriarch Abraham. In Judaism, Abraham is considered the father of the Jewish people through his son Ishaq. In Islam, Muslims consider Abraham a prophet and view his son Ismail as an ancestor of the Arab people. 2. Theological overlap. Both religions believe in one God, monotheism, and share some common prophets, such as Musa, Moses, and Isa. Jesus, although the role and nature of Isa, Jesus differs significantly between the two religions. For Jews, Jesus is not the Messiah, while for Muslims, he is considered one of the greatest prophets but not divine. Both religions also emphasize moral and ethical conduct, with a strong focus on charity, justice, and community responsibility. 3. Medieval period. Under Muslim rule, particularly in regions like Al-Andalus, Muslim Spain, and the Abbasid Caliphate, Jews often enjoyed a relatively high degree of religious freedom and cultural exchange. Many Jewish philosophers, poets, and scientists thrived during this time. However, There were also periods of tension and persecution, as with the Crusades and various Islamic caliphates imposing discriminatory taxes or laws on Jews. 4. Modern times. The relationship between Jews and Muslims has been marked by periods of peaceful coexistence and conflict. The establishment of the State of Israel in 1948, following the end of British rule in Palestine, led to significant tension between Jewish and Muslim communities, especially with the displacement of Palestinians and the ongoing Israeli-Palestinian conflict. Many Muslim-majority countries initially supported the creation of Israel, but over time, geopolitical dynamics and the conflict over Palestine created a rift. This has affected relations between Muslim-majority countries and Jews. 5. Islamic teachings about Jews. In the Quran, Jews are recognized as people of the book al-Kitab, a term used for religious communities that received previous revelations from God, alongside Christians. The Quran discusses both positive and negative aspects of Jewish history, including praise for prophets like Moses and criticism of some Jewish communities for their actions. Some Islamic traditions, especially in the early Islamic period, emphasized cooperation and tolerance with Jews, while others highlight tensions and conflicts between early Muslims and Jews. Key differences: Prophet and Scripture. For Muslims, Muhammad is the final prophet, and the Quran is the final and complete revelation from God. Jews, however, do not accept Muhammad as a prophet and consider the Hebrew Bible Tanakh as the definitive scripture. Messiah. In Judaism, the Messiah is still awaited, someone who will bring peace and restore the Jewish kingdom. In Islam, Isa, Jesus is expected to return as the Messiah, but in a different role than the Jewish understanding. Law. Judaism has a detailed legal system, halakha, that governs many aspects of life. Muslims also follow a legal system, Sharia, which, while influenced by the Quran and Hadith, differs in practice and interpretation across cultures and schools of thought. While Muslims and Jews share some common religious roots, their theological, historical, and cultural paths diverge significantly over the centuries. They both represent distinct and deeply rich traditions with their unique beliefs, practices, and communities. Despite periods of cooperation and shared history, modern geopolitical issues, particularly the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, have complicated their relationship in some regions. Nonetheless, their shared heritage and commonalities in belief offer opportunities for mutual understanding and dialogue.